Hello, welcome back to the channel. I just picked up this nifty little tree. It's a member of the Verbena family. It's called Sapphire Showers. It was pretty cheap. Got it at Home Depot today, and I just thought it was just so cute I just couldn't resist. I'm actually going to do a pair of them and flank the stairs coming up to the deck. So what I like to do is I always have decorative pots if I can, and then I put a liner inside of it. And that way, if I change my mind and want to move things around, I can. So I think it makes it simple. Again, this is a 3-gallon nursery pot. This container I got at Lowe's, I don't know, maybe a month ago. So this may still be in stock if you look online. To get started, I'm going to remove this plant from the container and take a look at the root system. I think it's fairly root bound myself. It felt like it. You always want to be careful when you're handling trees like this, because if you pull on the stem, it could damage the plant. So we're going to gently try to nurse it out. So if we look at the root ball, you can see how nice it is. I don't want this to sit a whole lot lower, so I'm going to load some soil into the bottom of the container to begin. And what I'm using is a standard potting mix that I made myself with 50% peat moss and 50% compost manure with a little bit of perlite cut in, about 25%. So I really like using compost and manure, and I buy everything bulk. I take a pickup truck and I go to the local nursery and I get 1 cubic yard at a time, which is a lot. But I've already used 1 cubic yard now, but I'll go through 6 to 10 cubic yards of composted manure in my gardens every year, and I can get it cheaper that way. I'm not going to bust this root ball up. It is a little bit delicate. It's not fully root bound. The roots are just starting to come to the surface and heading around the pot. I'm going to move the root ball over to one side so I can put the rest, so I can put the potting mix in on and have room to plant some of these other flowers. So now I'll just fill it up with the extra composted, making a little bit of a mess. I could have probably had a tray underneath here. And I'm going to tuck the soil in around the root ball to make sure that the roots are not exposed to air. Stop there because I want to make sure that I've got room to plant a couple of flowers around the edge of this. So I'm going to tuck it in. I probably could water in between, but I really don't want to get the soil that saturated because it'll be hard to work with. Who doesn't love lavender? I get my lavender, either I propagate it myself, which I have done that, but I wanted some fresh lavender this year, so it doesn't say what variety it is. It's just simply that it's English lavender, which is what I need it to be to survive. I can take this out of the container at the end of season and heal it in the ground, and it should winter for me, and then I can reuse it again next year. It's going to be kind of tight in here. I'm going to lift a little of this root ball in, and I'm going to press it in tight. And then I'm going to probably take just a couple little pieces of petunias to put in here. I think I'm going to go with the smaller one. These roots will find their way in the end, but if I try to put too big of a root ball in there right now, it's just going to be a problem, and I don't want to do that. Tuck it down in there. And you always squeeze from the bottom when you're removing and gently see if it's loose. Tip it over, squeeze some more. I'm just teasing it out of the container. I'm not trying to force it. So what you want to do is always try to plant in threes, so that you always want to try to plant in threes so it's aesthetically pleasing to the eye. because nature is odd. It's in odd numbers. It's never perfectly in a row or all the same. Gently. I got the last one out. If the root ball tears a little bit, which this one did, it's okay because it's still connected by some of the other roots, which will be fine. Just making room for this. I'm going to really press it in there. Petunias are very forgiving if you grow petunias. There you have it. I'll do some B-roll so you can see. I got a wild turkey walking in the yard over there. I'll have to turn the camera around so you can see it, if I can get a shot of him. So once I have it all planted up, then like I said, I just simply lift it into my cover pot. And it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? I love purple. I got a lot of purple in my gardens. This is just yet another way to love it. The other thing about this container that's nice is it's highly fragrant. Petunias are really good for heat for us, and lavender obviously likes the heat. So it's going to be kind of a fragrant, another fragrant plant we're going to have in the garden. I don't think this is fragrant. Let me see. I don't smell anything on that one, on the verbena, but it's very pretty. It'll be delicate, and it's supposed to bloom all summer, so we'll see how it works. If this video is helpful, give us a thumbs up.